that a good start?
Yeah, that's good.
Wait, we got to answer it like you're a kindly old man at the post office. He's about to hand a stack of letters to you. Hello there.
Hello there. It's a little more British than I expected.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Scope Creep Saloon sidebar. You've sent your mail on the Pony Express and we're gonna open it on up.
Wow. You heard the man. Okay, so here's the deal. Is that a cool thing to say?
Yeah. All of this has been cool shit to say, I think.
Yeah. So here's the deal. We launched with episodes 1, 2, and 3, and then we put up a Slido link, which was a place where people could submit questions and comments and kind of upvote each other's stuff. And so right now we're actually going to read through those and give an answer to the kind folks that submitted. And we're going to try to do this for future episodes as well. So keep that in mind. If you got an idea you want to share with us, or if you've got something to say, then we're going to try to respond. So let me pull it up.
Yeah, thanks for slidoing into our DMs.
Nice.
Oh man.
That's good. Yeah.
All right. A couple of these are from my buddy Alex P. So thanks, Alex, for your questions. First one up. How much money to make Porky Butts a reality?
Like a restaurant franchise?
Doesn't specify. But I think you should answer it how you see fit.
Okay, well, that question either means like, yeah.
How do we make a real pig detective? How much money is that?
Yeah, it's like we're getting into Frankenstein's monster territory, I think. Or we're talking about a restaurant, but I think the Frankenstein element is more exciting.
Well, this is also interesting because I just assumed he meant the game.
Oh, we all thought,
but
that wasn't the title. That wasn't the title.
No, it wasn't the title. It wasn't the title.
Name.
Yeah, I agree. So let's assume it's either the restaurant or Frankenstein situation. So what do you guys think?
How much to bring a pig, put a man's brain in a pig? That's basically free right there. That's not very hard. You got to rent.
Oh,
well, you're talking about making a literal pig detective,
right? That's what I'm talking about.
So we have to find a police officer and a pig and make them one being.
You can get all that for free if you try hard enough. So really, we're just looking at the Sherlock Holmes hat and a magnifying glass. That's easy.
$30.
Yeah, $30 total for that one. If we're gonna start a restaurant chain, like $200,000 loan to start, probably.
Yeah, we need a real nice griddle.
Yeah, we'll take over an old McDonald's.
Okay, so somewhere in the $30 to $200,000 range.
Yeah, that's a concise answer.
Okay. Excellent. Next question, also from Alex. Have you thought about doing a season finale community jam to riff on the ideas created?
That could be cool. I hadn't considered it, but that could be cool.
What does a community jam entail?
A community game jam.
Oh, they're gonna try to make the games?
Yeah.
You can't.
Which we have talked about. We said, oh, wait, go on about your thing. You can't
make the games.
Why not? Legally speaking?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I own partial rights, and I will not release them.
Yeah, partial rights.
You just, I mean, they want to try to make
forbidden.
The games, sure. Yeah, they're not forbidden, but it's called Scope Creep Saloon. The game is unmakeable.
It's unmakeable.
Well, not in every case, I guess.
Not in every case. No, we have talked about. I think it would be cool to do something like that, to do a game jam where people can give it a shot. But I agree. I think these would all be pretty challenging to make.
Yeah. Good luck making 2 games in one game jam. That's one game.
Yeah.
We could do.
Good luck doing that.
We could do like a live thing where we're like doing the brainstorming and we have all the community on live, and we actually make a game catered to being made.
That's a fun idea.
Yeah. We'll get back to you on that.
We'll
but
get back. Maybe.
That's good. Maybe. Here's a question from Anonymous. Silliest indie video game concept you've seen recently?
What was the game where it was like you play as a raccoon and you have there's a raccoon in the game, but you play
Donut
as a
County?
whole. Yes, Donut County.
Yeah.
Donut County. That seems like the silliest to me. The concept of becoming a hole,
Yeah.
like a bottomless hole that gets bigger, is very funny.
Yeah. Donut County's pretty good. I'm trying to think. I'm sure
I don't remember what it was called, but I saw some
ones.
video where they're like, we're trying to make the worst indie game ever. And it was like a 2D Mario style jumper. And it was just like, we put 7 layers of music on top of each other. And like the controls are backwards.
That does sound bad. Oh, actually, we have talked about this before, but that game that someone made where it's or a company made it, but it's all of those mobile game ads turned real.
Oh yeah.
Oh, no.
That's probably
that's a good concept.
Yeah, that's probably the best, silliest one I've seen most recently. Yeah, I don't know. People are making some wacky stuff. I do think what I've seen on YouTube in particular is there's kind of this, it's like a bit of a gimmick now where people who are like learning game dev will like do a thing where they just try to make the wackiest shit they can.
Okay.
But yeah, in terms of like released stuff, I'd say that one compilation game is pretty nutty.
Are we talking like absurdist Bennett Foddy quap and like get over it kind of shit?
Some of that it's a little bit more memey.
Okay.
Like Skibbity Toilet.
Oh
no.
We're talking about Gen Z.
Yeah.
Generation Z.
Indeed. Here's another question, or here's a question. From
it was another question.
Anonymous user. Yeah, it's another question. Thoughts on overused game concepts / features that get y'all heated, and on the flip side, underused ones that you think are really cool.
Listen, let me say something about weapon durability right now.
Oh,
I'm passionate
that you love
about
it?
weapon durability. No, that I hate it. Okay. I have a strong opinion on this. These two have heard this rant a couple times. Weapon durability sucks. I am all about immersion in video games. That's the thing that I'm looking for. I think most out of a gaming experience is to feel immersed in the thing that I'm doing, and then the storytelling and the combat and like puzzle solving, all this stuff is like secondary to that for me specifically. So when you build a beautiful combat system like you did in, say, Breath of the Wild, and then you get me involved in doing that thing and I'm really having a good time, and then all of a sudden my stick breaks and I'm like, fuck, I don't have any more sticks to hit this bokoblin with. I'm just angry. I'm like irrationally enraged that I have to go into a fucking menu every 2 seconds and pick up a new sword. Stop it with that.
Yeah.
That's my rant.
I feel you.
Or let me turn it off. Let me turn it off.
I do feel you when you get the cool lightning sword and then you're like, well, I'm not going to use it now because it looks too cool and it's just going to smash in my hands. You know what I say? Not enough guns. That's my pet peeve.
Yeah.
Not enough guns. Yeah.
I want some
People are saying that.
Yeah, not enough dual wielding guns games. That should be every game, regardless.
That's fair.
Yeah. There's a game, and maybe this goes back to the silliest indie game. But there's a game called, I think it's just called Squirrel with a Gun. And you just play a squirrel who can wield a gun. And it's pretty tight.
Good game.
Are we talking like a photo accurate world?
Yes. Yeah.
Like if you wander into a park, you see a squirrel and it's pointing like a Colt 1911 at you.
Yes.
Real size gun compared to the squirrel, or squirrel size gun?
Yeah. No.
Oh.
Real size gun.
How does it pull the
compared to
trigger?
It's just.
How does
you guys can look it up?
He's up here.
I'm not your
He's
dad.
hugging it.
Yeah. He's basically hugging it. Yeah.
That's really wild.
Yeah, it's pretty tight.
Good game.
So we agree that there should be more guns in games. That's good.
Yeah, Eric, what was your? Do you have anything that irks you?
I feel like I do a good job of avoiding games that have the things that really grind my gears. But this is like maybe a overdone debate at this point, but like the kind of Ubisoft open worlds Waypoint Watchtower thing, that mechanic sucks to me.
So just like a bland open world is the enemy of fun for you.
I think in general it takes a lot for me to care about an open world. Like I was like Elden Ring, I wasn't sure I was going to like because it was open world, but Elden Ring rips. And yeah, so I don't know. I think just like there's
just because we're riffing and having fun here.
Yeah.
What do you think made Elden Ring work for you, as opposed to these other games that did not?
I think it's what a lot of people have talked about, which is like an Elden Ring. It's such a densely populated world, and they just did a great job of filling it with interesting things. And the fact that it's not trying to like push you into like a particular checklist. I feel like there are so many other games that, and maybe this goes along with like things that get me heated, but like if a game like just gives me like a checklist of little stupid errands to run, that's an immense turnoff to me.
Hey, I already got a job, mister.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to clock in after I get off my fucking job.
Yeah.
I'm off the clock.
And Elden Ring, like my experience playing Elden Ring is so much just, I'm just like walking around and like this thing looks interesting, or this cave looks interesting, or like what is this thing moving in the distance? And it's like what people like about Breath of the Wild as well.
Yep.
So yeah, I just like that's kind of a structure that a lot of open world games had, where it's, you know, kind of checklisty and checkpointy and waypointy. That big turnoff for me.
Nice. That's a good answer.
Yeah. What are some unused ones you guys think are really good? Or like underused? Frank, you kind of said guns.
Guns.
I'll write that down.
It's just kind of a silly answer, but I really liked the Spider-Man games because the traversal was fun.
Oh yeah.
I don't like a game when they're like, you walk. Is walking fun? Do you want to walk? And I'm like, not really. Give me a
swing, baby.
You know, like give me a skateboard, or like I can fly really cool, or even if flying is just like going in a line. Sometimes it's not that cool. So you know, come on, make the move in between places part of the game. Come on.
You want to be schmoving.
I want to be.
That's a great example too, because I bought the Insomniac Spider-Man game partly because I've always loved Insomniac stuff, and because I knew the traversal was going to be good. But the thing that I bounced off it was like a bunch of weird little checklists I don't care about.
Yeah. I think you also said once that like you press a button and then you do like a sick move through like 50 objects.
Yeah, that was my other thing with that game was it was too cool for its own good. I was like, guys, like I don't feel like I'm playing this. Like someone else is playing this.
There's some of that.
A robot's doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't really like fall, or even if you do, you just press get back, like jump again, and you're back. Yeah.
I think in the second one they added a thing where you can turn all the like swing assists off. And so there's kind of a genre of people doing like videos where they like show how good they've gotten at the game by like turning off all of that stuff, so you can fall, you can hit the ground. So that's kind of interesting, but I think the general open world stuff would still not click with me.
Oh no, I was going around, I'm like, I'll get the backpacks. You want me to get the backpacks? I'll go get a bunch of backpacks. That's fine.
You know what I think is underutilized, but is starting to be more utilized, is the wonderful map from Resident Evil 2. Like I love a map that's like color coded, where I can go room to room or like area to area and like make sure I don't miss anything if I really want to like play the game that way. So you can kind of like, there's no guesswork. You're like, okay, cool. I don't need to go back to these rooms. I know I've cleared them. I know the thing I'm looking for isn't here, but this red room is like, you know, as of yet unexplored. I really like that feature.
Yeah,
and I think
cool.
More games in that kind of vein are doing that now, which is cool.
Yeah. The new the new Prince of Persia, which is like a side-scrolly 2D combat one.
Oh, it's like a Metroidvania.
Yeah. They have a cool feature where if you see something you'll like need to come back to later, like it's suspicious or like, oh, this is probably a puzzle for me to figure out in the future. You can basically leave you can take like a screenshot of the level and add a little waypoint, and then you can browse your map later. And so you can look at a waypoint, look at the screenshot you took and be like, oh, like now I can go back and solve that. Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah. So it's pretty
I want them to add that to like Metroid Prime because I always get lost in that game.
Yeah. Cool. All right, next one. This one is also from Alex P. Could listeners submit concept word and or combos for y'all to riff on?
I desperately want to do that. I've been saying that ever since we started talking about involving any kind of like public in our discussions at all. I think that would be super fun.
Yeah.
We are going to run out of words at some point, right? From our current lot. How many we have left? If you had to guess, Eric.
We probably have enough to get through a couple more episodes.
We need the listeners then. We need.
Yeah, I think we would definitely like to do this. I think we're trying to figure out how, like, the best way to do it. Because obviously, like, if 50 people all sent in 10 words, we're not going to be able to do all that, right? So I think finding the best way to get people to submit, and like, I wouldn't want us to necessarily do a thing where we're picking beforehand because we want it to be a surprise.
I feel like we'd have to probably curate that list a bit, though, depending on what people send us.
No. I mean, we'll definitely have to curate the submissions.
We could have a third party.
Yeah. Yes, we need to make sure we don't
we need
pull anything
mods.
unsavory. But yeah, I think TBD. I think we definitely want to do that. I hope to do that at some point for sure. Cool. Next question by Anonymous. Rank/draft your favorite video game items.
Ooh, interesting. Rank/draft. Okay. Or what do we want to do? Like a top 3? Does that feel good?
Yeah, let's do top 3.
Yeah. All right. I'm trying to think of like what the description of like an item entails. Like, are we talking like weapons potentially? Is that an item? I suppose it is.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
I liked the service weapon in the hell was that game? It was the Remedy one. Control. Yes. Sorry, I don't know why I was spacing on the name, but yes, the service weapon in Control was so cool. I liked that it was like a really creative, kind of fantastical way to work a firearm into that game. Like, and it felt kind of whimsical. I like that it had all those different forms. Like the idea of it molding to fit like whatever situation you were in, and transforming physically into a different type of weapon that played differently. And then also like you're inside of a building that is constantly shifting and changing and rearranging itself. Like it just felt like a cool piece of like thematic stuff, like all boiled down into one little trinket. Let's see other items. I'm gonna go. I love the flasks in Elden Ring and all the Soul and like the Souls games and stuff. I really I find the design of them to be delightful. They're like your little friends, you know? It's like they're such a precious resource. I like that you can mix your wondrous physic. You can express yourself in your build that way. I think that's cool. And I'm going classic for number 3. I'm going the mushroom from Mario.
Wow.
Just a classic. Yeah. A little guy. What's every little guy's dream? To get fucking huge.
Wow.
And he just chomps on this thing, and he grows into what he aspires to be. You know, he becomes
a big boy.
He becomes a big boy.
Yeah, he
can do more damage. He can throw his head through bricks.
Yeah,
he can break bricks with his head. That's what this mushroom does to you. Like that's a fantastical item.
That's true. Yeah. I feel like that it's an item that had a big influence on gaming. The big boy shroom.
Yeah.
Frank, what do you got?
It's a hard one. You guys familiar with the game Just Cause?
Yeah.
I played a lot of 3 and 4, and in the 4th one you had big balloons and boosters and stuff that you could put onto people. So you could just put a big balloon on a guy and just send him into heaven. Just send him straight to heaven.
Wow.
Honestly, Tears of the Kingdom kind of stole from that game. I'm going to be the first to say that.
Wow.
That's a hot take.
You've heard it here first, folks.
That's a hot take.
Just Cause got ripped off.
Yeah.
By fucking Shigeru Miyamoto and friends.
Talk about a game with good traversal, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can freaking fly. Mm-hmm. You were doing it. So that's all those things. The bubble shield from Halo 3 revolutionized the games, revolutionized the gaming world.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all. I can't think of another game. That's it. The ball from Rocket League. What a good item.
Damn, they made that ball huge.
Why is that ball so big? It bounces correctly every time.
Yeah, unbelievable physics.
Yeah.
Shout out to that ball.
Shout out.
I have no idea how to even begin to process this question, how I would do it. So I'm kind of just going to pick 3 cool ones that come to mind. Although, Frank, one of them I was thinking of was the bubble shield, actually.
That's it revolutionized the gaming world.
This guy's playing Halo for the first time. It's wild.
That's true. Oh yeah, I forgot. How you doing over on the Halo?
Oh, I still haven't started, but
what the hell?
From Time Splitters 3, there was a like plasma gun or like laser cannon that was just like an insanely satisfying weapon. Okay. So that was very cool. I have very fond memories of using that all the time in multiplayer games. In Ratchet and Clank, I played a lot of those. I really liked I forget what they're called, but basically they were like spikes you'd put into the ground and then they'd like make an electric fence between them. And that was just it was just like a fun way to engage with the enemies. That wasn't just like pointing the gun at them, like, because you could make little traps for them to fall into, basically. So that was cool. And then it's a third one. There's too many to pick from.
We need less games.
Oh, there are a lot of video games.
The Leviathan axe from the latest God of Wars.
Oh yeah.
Is so
the feeling
goddamn
of calling it
satisfying.
Back and smacking into your hand is so good.
So goddamn satisfying. Yeah.
Yeah, just the chung and the pung and then the weight of the guy.
Thanks, Corey. You did a great job.
And I think what's cool about that too, especially is like they had already the chains from the first games were like already such a unique and cool weapon. Mm-hmm. I can imagine it feeling hard to feel like how do you top that? Like how do you take that away from someone and give them something like that feels just as cool? But they did it. The axe in that game is so sick.
And not to mention like thematically too. It's just cool from that perspective as well. Ties into the whole thing.
Yeah. No. It's very cool.
Yeah, they stole it from Thor in the Marvel movies.
Yeah, that's true.
Because it come back.
Last question from Anonymous, and this is pretty fitting. Are video games even worth playing? Are they good? A question asked from my own heart.
Yeah, why don't you go first?
No. Don't play video games. They're bad. Who's up next?
I think this podcast universally is going to say that video games are bad. Don't play them.
Yeah.
Do not play. Just listen to a podcast about video games.
Do not play them. Yeah. No, listen. The like, think of a video game. Rotate in your mind in 3 dimensions. That's more positive than picking it up and playing it.
That's true.
In real life.
That's true.
Like, think about a video game. Be creative. Don't make it. Don't be creative in that way. We have enough.
Don't waste
enough
your
video
time.
games. Don't waste your time.
Yeah.
Come on. In this economy, video games, please.
I submitted that question.
Did you?
Yeah.
You dog, you.
Wow.
You're not the only one with an old dirty trick up your sleeve.
Oh my god.
Oh, wow. This is the
gave
first
Frank the
bombshell of the
link?
pod. This is the first bombshell of the podcast.
Wow. That's
Got
so
you,
cool.
boy.
Well, you did.
Man.
You really
I
did.
thought you guys would have pegged me for sure.
I was like, this is a perfect question for the pod. I didn't think you were getting all nasty behind our backs.
Double cross.
Hell yeah. Cool. All right. Those are all the questions. Do you guys have any final words before we sign off here?
I would just like to say thank you to anyone who submitted anything. I think that's cool as hell. And I love that you wanted to talk to us via the internet.
It's true. Yes. Thank you for the submissions. Like I said, we're going to try to keep doing this for each ep. So we'll probably put up another Slido link, and you can also email us and all that good stuff. And send us your questions and send us your thoughts. If you hear an episode and you want to like add your own 2 cents to whatever game we're making, we'd love to hear it. So cool. Until next time.
Sayonara, gamers.
What's something
Walking
they
off.
say? Yeah. What's something they say to Saloon? Maybe get out of here.
Here.
Oh, okay.
Something horribly racist, like the most racist thing you've ever heard. That's what someone would probably say. to the Saloon.
You've spent your last dollar here, Buckaroo.
Yeah, meet me
You're
outside
not
at high
welcome
noon.
here anymore.
Time to duel.
Yeah.
I'm gonna shoot you with a gun.
That's not beer. That's piss.
Oh no.
Time to hit the old dusty trail.
Oh, the dusty
Down
trail.
in the old dusty
Ah, come
trail.
on.
All right. See ya. Scope Creep Saloon is lovingly brewed by Andrew Johnson, Frank Francis, and me, Eric Peterson. Music from Steve Oxen. Thanks so much for listening, and come back soon.